Hello everyone and welcome back to the second channel. Today I'm joined by Stuart.
Hello, how you doing, mate?
I'm not too bad, mate. I just would like to ask, if I started this video by saying, this podcast, by saying I'm joined by Stuart Ashens, on a scale of 1 to 10, how triggered would you have been for the rest of the podcast?
I don't care. It's my bloody fault. I've been deliberately confusing everyone for years with it. Well, not really that deliberately, but it was my fault. I called the channel something that was very similar to my surname, but not actually my surname. I have to live with the consequences.
By very similar, do you mean it wasn't inspired? Are you meaning to tell us that there's a different meaning?
No, well, you see, the problem is I just wanted to use my surname, but as it's a proper word, a shade of grey, it was already... Yes, yeah. Ashen-faced is the most common usage to mean somebody is like really pale and shocked and ill and awful. It's nice, isn't it? Nice thing to have as your surname.
Let's not talk about that at the moment.
Yeah, bloody hell, it's not the time for that, is it? So it was already always taken, even in the early days of the internet. So you can't have that, it's a proper word, because they used to be buggers for that. So I thought, right, I'm going to use my login from my computer from my first job, which was your surname with the first letter of your first names, therefore Ashen S. Because it could also mean Ashens, as in belonging to Ashen. You see?
Yeah, so we're literally 1 or 2 minutes into this, and I feel like I've just done everyone a favour.
Yeah, but still nobody will remember it, so I wouldn't worry about it.
No. There's some pretty crazy stuff going on in the world. How is this going to affect you, do you think?
Well, as long
without
as
the personal elements, just the generally.
Yeah, as long as nobody I know dies. Work-wise, for me, it doesn't make a lot of difference because I can do everything from home anyway. I usually do the editing and recording from home, and I go to the office to write and stuff. So I'm just doing that bit at home, really. So
how naturally introverted are you, or are you going to miss out on your yoga sessions and your martial arts?
No. I like seeing the other guys in the office and going out and getting food and stuff, but I'm not the most run about and shout at everybody sort of person. I'm going to super miss our bad movie day that we have, where we play board games with some friends and then watch a couple of really bizarre old films at the end. It's going to be months before we can do that again, probably.
I remember, that's just reminded me, when I was, probably about 5 or 6 years ago now, my friends and I would sometimes, this sounds really pathetic, because we all lived in different areas of the world in the United Kingdom, we would watch a film, we'd press start at the same time whilst being in Skype.
I've done that with my mate in Wales, yeah. A couple of times. We watched Free Jack and Boxer's Omen. Yeah, they're films that exist. And
you're really into your movies.
I am, yes.
Like really, really into your movies.
Yes, this is totally a thing. It's why we make them. We're just obsessed with the bloody things. And I do like the older you get and the more films you've seen, the more you get sort of inoculated to normal films. You start seeking out weirder and weirder stuff. So I've seen some strange shit.
No, I think that's amazing. I know an uncle of mine, he's exactly the same. He sort of goes out of his way to watch the weird, not weird as in, not weird as in, just weird as in not mainstream.
Yeah, I'm with you. Not like... It's a 14-hour pornographic film from the Yemen. Marvellous. Yeah.
Should I feel guilty not knowing all of the references that you make and all of the movies that you shout
God, not at all. We love hiding references and things. We are addicted to. We're going to have to go to References Anonymous, I think, after this film and have like a deprogramming session. But it's one of those things. We won't put a reference to something in unless it stands on its own as a joke or part of the plot or whatever. We'll never just have, this is a reference, and then it's gone. Hate that, because what are you making? It's just, the point of that, you're making bloody Shrek 2 or something where all the jokes are just, look, this is something that happened in real life, but it's got a funny head on it, and fuck off, So we try and make it all that, but we do fit so many little bits of dialogue in. And me and Riyadh, who co-write the films, we rarely tell each other these things. So we're always like spotting each other's references and that,
Because I definitely got like there were some really, really obvious ones in the first one, like the Matrix spoon and all of that sort of stuff. But I think there are definitely more that I definitely missed in the first film.
We always say we're going to sit down and make a comprehensive list of all the references to things we've put in, but some of them are so obscure. Like Riyadh's put in a couple of bits that literally just him and his brothers would get.
What?
So it's not even something you could possibly understand, and you would never know it's there in a million years unless somebody told you.
And dare I ask, how are things going with the film?
Oh, we were so nearly there, man. So we had to cancel very close to the last minute, so to speak, the ADR session, which is an automated dialogue recording, which is where you go over if there's any lines from the film where there's like a background noise that's rude or something, go and re-record it and get some bits of voiceover. And there's some of that needs to be done. It has to be done really in the proper studio for it, with the director there, because the performance stuff and blah blah. And we had to cancel it quite late, and it's so frustrating because if we had those, nearly everything else for the rest of the film now, the sound mix, the rest of the sound design, the composing, is all done by people in rooms on their own anyway. So it's like, if we could have just got that, this could have almost gone on as normal. But it's not going to make a terrific amount of difference.
So have you seen it now from start to finish?
Oh God, mate!
With obviously the little hiccups in it.
Ooh, I've seen so many versions you wouldn't believe, and I've not seen a tenth of what the director and the editor has. Possibly not even like 2% of what they've seen. But many
how do you think
different versions.
How do you think it's doing? Obviously, you knew that this one, you set out to make this one better than the first one, but how do you think it's doing? Yeah,
very pleased. It's all its final picture is final now. In fact, the entire film is now together. It's just the audio. Yeah. So the composer is doing a bang-up job, literally as I speak. He's not been that well either, but hopefully not with the bloody COVID. We're not entirely sure.
Who have you got? You got Hans Zimmer, or?
Yes, we've got Hans Zimmer and his brother Chet Zimmer, who is.
No, people aren't going to understand that reference to it.
I know. You see what I'm doing? Yes.
Disaster. Leave it in though, and see if people work it out.
They couldn't possibly, because I deliberately said a different name.
No, actually, I think you got it right. I think it is Chet. I said Ches all the time.
Oh my God! How has he done this? He's osmosed his name. Tom Hanks' son is living in my brain in some way. Oh, that's horrifying.
So the film is sort of 8 out of 10 complete, and you've just got the audio to do, which is slightly delayed.
We've got there's like maybe a tiny visual couple of tweaks we'll do. The intro sequence is being worked on. Right. The composer's doing a fucking amazing job. Every day we're getting through another bit of. It's just so.
Have you done
proper
another
orchestral
plasticine
stuff. No, there is no plasticine scenes, which is a pity because we really like stop motion stuff.
Did you say you did that?
No, oh God, no. That was Lee Hardcastle, who is a superb stop motion animator.
Wait, is that Dan? Is that related to Dan?
No, not at all. Coincidental. No.
Right. Okay.
No, Lee is a full-time animation man now, I believe. I don't know. I haven't spoken to him for a couple of years. He was working on a film called Spook Train, which is slowly coming along. I think he's had to get other work while that's going on. But,
right.
Weirdly, the last time I saw him was on the screen at the Leeds Film Festival. He was just acting in a film, which I didn't realise. And I was just watching it, this short film, and then suddenly it's like, it's Lee! And nobody else knew what I was talking about, but never mind.
And everyone told you to shut up.
But yeah, as often they do.
I think it's really cool. Obviously, you've been. It's a no-brainer, and it's been said a million times at this point that you've been on YouTube since YouTube was. It's since it started pretty much. You recently did a podcast with Review Tech USA. I won't make you go through the whole history again because I'm sure you've been through it a million times. But
that's all right. I lie and change it every time.
In summary, you said that you posted some videos on some forums back before YouTube was a readily available platform in the form of a download. So someone actually had to physically download it.
Oh yeah, you went to. I can't even tell you what it was now. Something like You Send It or potatofiles.net or something. Yeah, and you had to download the WMV. Yes.
That sounds sketchy. I feel like we're all more skeptical in society with internet viruses and stuff now to just download Stuart Ashen polystation.mp3.
So, yes, or .wmv.
Oh yeah,
cutting edge. Yes, it was made in Windows Movie Maker. Literally.
MP3's audio file, so you wouldn't be watching a lot.
But yeah, that's how you had to do it basically, and like 70,000 people did.
That's
video hosting stuff came along, so I backed Google Video because I always back the winner. Then 15 seconds later, I had to put it all onto YouTube, which is the one people actually went to, and the rest is bizarre history.
70,000 people back in 2010.
Oh, no, 2006. No, 2005, probably.
Jeez.
Yeah, sort of mid 2005, probably.
Was that viral?
I don't know. I think even back then, anything with less than 1 million views, you couldn't really call viral, even back in 2005. I don't, it's one of those things people say, oh, so-and-so's gone viral. You look at the numbers and it's got like 3,000 views, and you're like, guys, that's not what viral means. Seriously, no.
But what does viral mean? Because my thoughts on viral would be anything sort of outside of the scope of the norm, which is being boosted to a wider audience. Does it necessarily mean 10 million Logan Paul KSI or what?
No, I don't know. I think it has to have a lot of views, because if not, it's not a very effective virus if nobody's seen it, is it? I think you need a large number of views, but also it's got that extra weird thing to it. If something's gone viral, then basically people are talking about it. A lot of people are talking about it, I think, is the meaning. But it's such a loose term, and it's used very hard and fast by marketers and stuff. So
yeah, you usually back
it's
it up
lost all meaning, even if it never had any.
Usually back it up with, well, it's gone viral within the residential home. Everyone's seen the bingo of 25 now.
This has gone very viral in my house. I've watched it twice.
That is quite literally. I mean, you could preface anything with that and then change the meaning completely. No, that's cool. But I think what I was saying there before was you've been on YouTube since the dawn of time in terms of YouTube, and I think what's really cool, not only have you managed to obviously stay relevant with the audience that you built and continue to thrive and do well. I mean, you recently had a surge of success with the AliExpress and building the PCs on Wish and stuff that I saw boosted your channel a lot.
Yeah,
so it's awesome so it's awesome to see that you've obviously done really well, and it hasn't been without making ambitious. You've done books. This is your second film you're working on. I mean, you haven't fought Logan Paul, but you've certainly you've certainly been pushing the boat out and stuff. But talk a little bit about that, I suppose, like the journey.
Well, for me, everything on the YouTube channel is crazily lo-fi and cheaply done, and even the stuff we're looking at is generally a load of old tat in a literal sense. So when I do things outside it, I like to ramp it up to just a ludicrous degree of production values and that. So it's like, we talk about stuff on a sofa, then we do a literal feature film, then it's back to the sofa. It's why the books are all very nicely done, etc. And anything that's outside the sofa, I try and get as well done as can possibly be with the money we have. Yeah,
I've always wondered, Stuart, how when you upload a video, how long has that video existed for? How long does it take you to upload a video since editing and uploading and then publicizing? Do you have a massive backlog from 5 years ago that you're still uploading?
Oh, God,
now?
No. I have literally no backlog at all. Actually, that's not true. I've got 2 things recorded, which very usefully were collaborations with other people, because obviously that's not really feasible at the moment. So
no.
I can still put up some collab stuff, although probably with a big preface saying, look, guys, we recorded this months ago.
Yeah. We're not breaking the rules.
So, please don't destroy us with flames. Generally, I try not to keep any sort of particular backlog because I like things to be as reactive as possible. So if something comes along, I can churn out a video very quickly. I don't do it that often, sort of reactive stuff, but I like that I could if I needed to.
Yeah, so, I mean, the reason we even know each other to begin with was I sent you the Megaduck. Well, I joined your forum because through your videos, I just found a fascination in cheapo knockoff versions. I just think that's I just liked it. I don't know what necessarily it was in it. I think the humour of it and the fact that a company would have sat around a boardroom at one point and thought this is a good idea. I think
the Mega Duck is a ridiculous name. Let's change it to Cougar Boy.
Exactly. But I joined a forum of yours, literally Reddit forum Ashens or whatever it was, and I posted a picture of my Game Child collection, and then you commented on it, which was cool. And then the next photo was of the Mega Duck laptop.
Oh, that's a thing of beauty. Yeah. You've sent me one now, one of my very own.
Yeah, you even turned it on yet?
Oh God, no! I don't want to accidentally play Snake Roy. That'd ruin my day. Cracky.
No. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so you had that laptop for. How long did you have that laptop for? Was it?
Oh God, I dread to think. Far too long. It was through a house move, basically.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But what sort of stuff do you get in where you jump on it? Like, do you ever get a feeling where you've got something that's obviously new not necessarily new in the sense of its age, but new to you? What sorts of videos or topics do you literally drop things and then just make the video on? Because there must be some real excitement in some of the things you review that you just can't wait to share.
With anything like that, it's always going to be new hardware, gaming stuff almost exclusively, and it's going to be often new Nintendo stuff. I get very interested in what Nintendo has done with their weird 14th version of the 3DS this week or whatever.
Yeah. Your videos on that always do well. I think people enjoy your opinion on looking at. I remember seeing your 2DS, the original, just the regular 2DS video, the most like unexpected thing.
Oh God, the one with that doesn't close, the non-clamshell one. Yeah, that's a thing. Yes. Blimey, that's a real oddity, that, isn't it? It didn't last long. It really is. I think.
I actually really like it though. I know that might sound weird. I think I do like a lot of things about it. The screen. Because the screens are smaller, they have a higher density of pixels compared to the 2DS XL. So although the screen's bigger, the screen actually looks lower quality, even though it's the same resolution.
This is the problem with the XLs of the DS and the DSR. Yeah.
The
screen's bigger and the resolution is lower as a result. And
But the I don't know why, but I think it's really comfortable to hold. It's quite big. It's quite solid. It's just all of those factors makes me really like it. In fact, it's the one that I play DS games on the most.
Wow, really? I didn't even keep mine. Gave it away to somebody. It's the thing with it for me that I cannot get out of my head is the impracticality of it for portable use.
Yeah.
It's a weird big shape, and you can't protect the screens.
Well, they did give you a. No, they didn't. They did not give you a carrying bag.
It's Nintendo. Separate. They don't give you anything except their scorn. Not
even the charger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I do like it, but it's I suppose it's each to their own. What device do you play on the most? What during this quarantine period do you think you'll be entertaining yourself with the most?
At the moment, I'm repeatedly playing the game Sanctus Reach on my PC because it's great. You can just have a skirmish game that lasts like 25 minutes, so it's a nice little thing to do between work and that.
I've never heard of it.
It's a Warhammer 40k, very simple turn-based strategy thing. Well, not very simple, actually. That's not true at all, but it's not like massively complicated or anything.
Yeah.
And I really like the 40k setting, and it's just that kind of thing you can dip in and out of and cleanse the palate between doing boring shit with spreadsheets or whatever. But for a specific unit at the moment, the GPI flag case is my go-to thing.
Yep.
Which you set me up with, so thank you very much for that.
We often discuss the GPI, or however you say it. You've changed the software, haven't you? From obnoxious Star Wars to
what was that?
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
For the listeners at home, we were very kindly sent these review units by the manufacturer, and they were like, "Oh, we've put a Raspberry Pi in it for you already." Raspberry Pi Zero is brilliant because I've only got one of those, so great. And we've put in like a memory card with all the software on. Fantastic! I haven't even got to set it up, but it was the most bizarre version of RetroPie I've ever seen. With like, it was all Star Wars themed, with like really weird little animations as it was loading. All the menus were sort of vaguely Star Warsy and quite weird to use, and the background music is all the most miserable pieces of music from all the Star Wars films.
It's like the death scenes.
Yeah, literally, but really lo-fi, like really low bitrate MP3s.
I'm pretty certain the loading time was heightened by just the animation of like one of the big ass robots that was just walking in Throff or whatever the name of the.
This was how we learned that Elliot's not a Star Wars fan.
No, I am. I'm just like this. I had this conversation the other day. I'm a Harry Potter fan. I've watched all the Harry Potters multiple times, but I don't think I'm a movie enthusiast enough to know all the names of everything like that. Like, what is the name of that big walker? And I guarantee you, I will remember it.
AT-AT or AT-AT.
Yes.
All-terrain armoured transport. Yeah.
And what was the name of the land, the snow land?
The snow planet is Hoth. Or
I got that right.
A planet in the Hoth system, I think. I don't
got
know
that
if it's
right
specifically Hoth. You were close. I can't remember what you said, but it wasn't quite Hoth.
Maybe I said Froth.
Heth. So when they're on Heston Blumenthal.
But the point still stands, right? That loading animation.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Wasn't one of the animations sort of being abusive towards Porkins, the more overweight X-wing fighter pilot? It was just really weird stuff.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I do remember that now. The orange outfit.
That's
fighter
it.
Pilots.
Yeah.
I see. I've watched all of the stuff. Like, you got to remember when all of those when the trilogy came out, I wasn't alive. But when
that's a really good excuse for not seeing it at the time, to be fair.
But when the following, the 1 to 5, no, 1 to 3.
Yeah.
Only 1 to 3. What the hell? It feels like there was way more than 6. Well,
that's because they go on for so long with gibbering nonsense.
But I had all the toys and all of the. I've still got a load of them, like the different fighter ships that they have, and I've got a blue one that Obi-Wan had that wasn't in the film for longer than about 5 seconds. But no, I'm a Star Wars fan. I just don't think I'm like a die-hard movie name rememberer. You know.
That's fair. What's your favourite movie, Elliot?
I don't know. I feel like I want to say The Theory of Everything was a really good film.
That's a bloody solid film, yeah.
I'd probably go with The Great Gatsby, actually.
Oh, do you know, I've not seen the latest version of that.
No way.
Got to get around to that at some point, yeah. The problem is, it's one of those things my girlfriend saw, and then I'm like, it's the sort of thing I'd sit with her and watch, so I've got to find time.
I know.
Because generally, if we're not watching something together, I'm watching a bizarre horror film from the 80s or something that she wouldn't see. You know?
Going back to the G-Pi case, on the G-Pi case, which is obviously Raspberry Pi based, what do you play on the most? Or do you just have a bit of everything?
Yeah, a bit of everything. I'm going through some Mega Drive games at the moment.
Yeah.
I spent a while the other day getting ready to put Neo Geo Pocket Color games on it, then realised I'm probably not going to do that because I'm about to replace the screen in one of my Neo Geo Pocket Colors, as we have discussed previously, yeah. Because I was looking for a video of somebody doing it to follow, and you were like, I did that last year. I'm like, how did I miss this? I've literally been looking for this, and it's on a channel I'm subscribed to. You know?
Yeah, the reason why you missed that, Stuart, is because I do such niche stuff, and I have to do it in such a way that I can attract a slightly broader audience, because if I just call a video Neo Geo screen replacement, it's not going to do too well.
But if it has the word Neo Geo in it, I'm going to be watching it anyway. So it must have
Neo Geo in it.
Yeah, it must have not shown up in the feed. I missed it somehow, but
I think it was like 6 months ago. I don't know when.
Yeah, it's December. I've literally got it up on my screen at the moment because I watched the whole thing through before I'm going to do mine. I'm going to 3D print a bezel for mine though.
Yeah, I asked you about this. What are you doing?
I'm 3D printing a bezel.
Is it a bracket that you're printing for the screen to align, or is it actually the whole bezel?
The whole bezel, yeah. Because
how are you going to get clear plastic?
Oh, I don't want it clear. No, the bezel is the bit around the outside, not the bit that covers the screen. Because the screen you put in is slightly smaller than the Neo Geo Pocket screen, isn't it? Yeah. So you get that bit around the edge of the sort of internals.
I see.
Yeah. So the idea is it will cover those up. And there's
I've
two
seen a lot of
different
people-
versions of download, and I don't know which one to print. So.
Right. Both. I've seen some people just using black electrical tape.
Yeah, I can understand that, but it ain't going to look great, is it? It's never going to look
gonna
great.
look good. What you can do though, Stuart, I will enlighten you, my friend,
Oh, yes?
is you can buy a replacement glass screen lens that just has a larger black perimeter or border, whatever you want to call it.
Shit, son! That would be amazing.
Yeah,
Where
and
can
it's
I
glass.
purchase such an item?
This video is not sponsored.
Hashtag not spawn. Yeah.
No, I'm pretty certain a company called Retro Modding sell it, but if not, eBay.
Right. I'm literally typing this into a browser, so I remember to look at it afterwards. Because
Yeah, I'll
3D
send you a
printing
link to
something
it.
is perfectly decent, but if you can get a nice glass screen, especially
Yeah.
because actually one of my Geo Pocket colours has quite a scratch screen or screen
go.
cover, so that's the perfect thing to do.
Do you do quite a lot of repairs and mods and
Not
tinkering?
really anymore. I've still got to look at that quick shot Supervision I bought.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
that's not working properly. I need to have.
It's going to work absolutely fine, I guarantee you. You just need to put some isopropyl on the contacts of the game cartridge, move it in and out a few times, and then let it dry, and then it will work.
Oh, I might just do that in that case.
I guarantee you, because those devices have no operating system or anything inside it. It's literally just like a host, and then everything's in the cartridge. So when you plug it in, when you turn it on, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
And then when you plug it in, it's that's giving it all the instructions to do something. So and it doesn't even show a power LED if you don't have a game in the back of it. It completes the circuit with the game in the back.
Yeah, that's the situation I've got at the moment, basically.
So if it
I
doesn't
think I got
read-
it to flash the power LED for like a fraction of a second, and that's the
Right.
most I've got. So it's feeling like contacts to me.
Yeah, quite possibly. No, that's interesting because I remember you sent me the Systema 2000, and I'm going to
yes.
expose you right here on the YouTubes. In your video 5 or 6 years ago, whenever it was, you showed the Systema 2000. You said that when you got it, it didn't work, but you opened it up and you gave things a little clean.
This is
and
true. Yes, this is
yeah,
true.
wiggle things about. And then you put it back together again, obviously. And then
Yep.
in the video, you were like, but unfortunately in the lower right-hand corner... In fact, no, I think you spotted it in the video. You were like, oh, there's a bit of dirt down there. I'm going to have to open it back up and clean that. You never cleaned it.
I never did. No, it's absolutely. And I'll tell you why. Because I put it in a drawer and forgot about it. Because all the games are awful.
Yeah, well, and you can't even see them. You can't even
Well,
see
yeah,
you
that's
playing them.
another good point.
Yeah.
You thought the game com was bad. Well, guys, yeah,
It only gives you frustration. It's better to just not play it at all.
yeah, it genuinely is.
That's a successful console.
Yeah. If it's something your gran has bought thinking it was a Game Boy and you can't get any joy out of it, then yeah. There's so many examples as well, aren't there? You got your Systema 2000 or... is that the Hartung Game Master? Was that the same unit? I get confused as to which
same
ones
one.
are which now, yeah.
Same
You got your Quickshot Supervision, which is the slightly better one. You've got the bloody... Mega Duck, of course, our personal favourites. Or the Cougar Boy, as it's also known.
Yeah.
I do love that. Oh, man. There's so many of these things.
Dude, it gets... I will enlighten you with some more.
Please
so,
do.
Gamete, you obviously
Oh,
know.
the Gamete, yes, I'd forgotten
Yeah.
the Gamete, yeah.
So Supervision actually made another one, so not only did it get the line gets a bit blurred because multiple companies snapped up all of these failing consoles in the hopes to do better and compete in the. It's a bit like now when you walk down to your local like shop and it's just they're all clueless in there, but. You speak to them and they'll say, we've just got our Facebook page because we know everyone's doing the Facebook now. It's exactly the same with back in the day.
Yeah, fucking
These
hell.
companies probably got offered the opportunity to buy the Systema 2000, the rights to the Systema 2000. They saw, oh yeah, Game Boy's selling well, yeah, we'll get on that. And it monumentally flopped because the games library's shit and you can't see the screen. But, so yeah, the Systema 2000, there is... so many. There's the Creatronic.
Yes, I've heard of that one.
Oh no, sorry. No, Creatronic is what made Megaduck. I got that completely wrong.
Oh,
the
well, that's why I've heard of
Gametronic.
it.
The Gametronic.
Gametronic.
And also the Super Game. Okay, I'll send you photos of these
Okay.
after. They're literally exactly the same, except they just have different logos and names on the screen lenses.
I vaguely remember going down this rabbit hole years ago, and then immediately I was like, I'm never going to be able to get hold of any of these.
No.
Even
tragic.
Quang hasn't got these. It's not going to happen.
Well, Quang still doesn't have the other one that I was going to mention, the Game Plus, which is literally the shittest console I have ever played on. Even worse. The Game Plus, I'll have you know, is a Systema 2000 or Game Master, but portrait as opposed to landscape. And it's even worse. It's harder to. I don't know how they pulled it off.
Oh yes,
worse.
I know this one. Yeah. Well, I've never seen one in the flesh, but I've seen photos.
No,
yeah,
it's even worse. And the games library is exactly the same, but the games are not cross-compatible. But they are
well done,
absolutely
guys.
the same. They don't fit in. So I had 3 sealed games for the Game Plus, which I had long before I actually got my hands on a Game Plus. And I was like, oh, well, I won't have to open these because I've got a games library of Game Master games. It'll be fine. I go to put it in, doesn't fit. But the game is exactly the same. So I have Go Bang for the Game Plus and Go Bang for the Game Master. Can't use them in either.
So if you were to remove them from the plastic case, are the internals the same?
Well, you'd like to hope that you could do that, but they're sealed shut.
I knew the internals would be the same because it's cheaper, but
they're literally sealed shut, and the only way to open it is to rip off the sticker from the front, which is not ideal because these games are rarer than anything.
Yeah, too bad.
No, it's funny. But there's so many. But Supervision made another one. They made another Supervision called the Supervision Magnum, and there's only one exclusive game for the Supervision Magnum, which is called Journey to the West, which is an RPG.
Blimey, yeah, I mean that's the classic Chinese story, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. And Journey to the West was previously, there was only like 1 or 2 ever known to exist, but this one guy in Romania managed to get a hold of the ROM somehow, and he's actually created reproduction games for the Supervision of Journey to the West. And I'm pretty certain only one of them is sold.
History's greatest hero.
I know, yeah. Pretty certain only one of them is sold, and it was to me.
Bloody hell.
So yeah, it's a brilliant game. It's also incredibly shit. It's just like this, you go from character to character without choosing. You turn into a monkey, imminently changing into a dragon. Your attacks are like you brushing in the air with your arm just blindly. It's so bad.
I do remember your video on this. It was it's a thing of beauty, and by beauty I mean hideousness. Oh my god.
No, it's absolutely brilliant. But yeah, the Supervision Magnum, you cannot ever, there will never be one listed besides, there's one on eBay that's been on eBay for about 10 years and they want £17,000 for it.
Oh, wouldn't it be better to put it at a sensible price and actually sell it? Are they just showing off? I don't understand.
I don't know what it is, but I've tried messaging the guy, and he got so frustrated with me asking him on a monthly basis whether he was willing to sell it for a reasonable price that he bought something on my eBay, then cancelled the order just so that he could leave negative feedback saying I harassed him.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's so funny. I've still got that negative feedback. That's like my one negative feedback on my eBay is got messages every month, harassment or something like that. I wanted to buy it. He wouldn't sell it.
That is ridiculous. £16,000 or whatever.
It is. It's so dumb. I show it in that video, in the video that I made.
Good god.
Sorry.
I know what I was going to ask you. Did you ever manage to come across one of the TV link units for the Supervision?
I did. I never bought one. I got very, very close, but unfortunately, they're all about £600.
Because surely it's the only way you could play a Supervision game and actually see what's on the screen.
I know. I really, really want one, and there seems to be loads floating around in Italy. I don't know if Italy was a place where the Supervision did well, but they're all super, super expensive. And in fact, right now on eBay is just the cartridge, which has the cable which comes out of it, which goes into the unit, and you can buy that for an affordable price. I think it's like £30, but then you need the rest of it.
I was going to say it's totally useless on its own, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely useless. But I will buy one day, Stuart, for the good of mankind, and I will bring it over to Norwich, and we can actually play some Supervision games and see what's going on.
What a day that would be. We'd be the first people in history to ever play it and be able to see the goddamn screen. There's an astonishing set on, you've doubtless seen it, on eBay USA at the moment, of a complete collection of all the Supervision stuff.
Yeah, I have seen that. And it's like £4,000.
Yes. In fact, I think it's closer to 6, if I remember.
Oh.
It's just ridiculous.
Isn't it depressing when you see things like that? When you see that they exist and they're like, oh, it's right there. Oh, they want more money than a house. It's like it's just tragic.
It's got a journey to the west with it, but it looks like a
oh yeah, I've seen that. It is the reproduction.
Yeah,
it is the reproduction, unfortunately. But that guy who I was talking about also made a flash cart which has all of the games on it on one cartridge, which is just the best thing that ever exists.
Again, I've seen I must actually get hold of one of those at some point in my life.
Dude, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. He's like 3D printed things and hand cut things out of acrylic, and it's the most amazing piece of like passion project you will ever see in your life. It's so cool. And then he hand makes leather cases for them. It's just beautiful. He's clearly a man who puts a lot of work into stuff.
This is one of these conversations that's going to end up costing me money. I need one of these now.
I think we're forgetting that we're doing a podcast and no one's going to care about any of this.
It doesn't matter. We're having fun. That's the most important
absolutely
thing.
Oh God, Stuart.
Just one extra thing while I think on this. I really, really want some sort of flash cart for the Neo Geo Pocket Color, but they never seem to be available.
I can get you one.
Oh, you know a man.
Because
ran the back of Jersey Town Hall.
No, I'm getting one for myself, so I'll just ask them to send me 2.
Shit hot, if you could, that would be amazing.
Yeah, although there's some sacrifices you're going to have to make.
Firstborn son?
Yeah.
Chuck him in a volcano?
It's called the Flash Master. So
yes.
It ends with a master being M-A-S-T-A.
Yeah. Seen that one.
But and the capacity of it is like a matter of megabytes, so you can't actually have more than like 2 games on it at any one time, so then you have to go back and put the other games. So it's not ideal. Alright, it's not ideal.
Okay.
But the benefit of it, Stuart, is if you want to play the likes of Cotton, which is a £300 game, you can. Because
it's £300? I've got Cotton. 2 of those.
No, you don't.
Hang on. No, I'm totally lying.
Wait, are you?
Yes, no, I don't.
Oh, damn it! I so thought you had that.
I nearly bought one once, and it was only about 30 bloody quid. I wish I had.
No,
Christ, yeah.
No
look at my Neo Geo Pocket. I've got Turf Masters, which is great, to be fair. Pocket Tennis, Dark Arms, which nobody likes because it's shit. Pac-Man. I mean,
dude, go on eBay right now. Cotton, £800, £300, £550. If you saw one for 30 quid, you would be a fool.
But that was like literally 20 years ago, probably 15, 20 years.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Dude, it's such a beautiful game. But yeah, on the Flash Master, you can play it. But it's not ideal. There is another solution as well. I forget what the name of it is, but we spoke to I spoke with the guys over at Retro Modding, and they're gonna hook me up with whichever one they said that they had. I think that was the Flash Master one, but it's still pretty damn cool if you wanna play. I mean, you can't carry many with you, but if you want to just play a really expensive game before you fork out £700 on it, then it's a good way to do it. That would be great. I'm doing a Neo Geo Pocket Color video upcoming, which I've been putting off for years because I'll be sad once it's done because I like the Neo Geo Pocket Color so much. Do you want me to send you my backlit black and white one that I did, which is the budget way of giving your Neo Geo Pocket a backlight? That's interesting. Do you know, I've never had one of the non-colour versions. Well, they didn't release them over here, did they? No. They are shit. Yeah, I've heard they're pretty bad, actually. Because it's exactly the same as the colour, just not in colour. In fact, the games are cross-compatible, but you just don't get the colours. Great. Wonderful. So, yeah. There we go. Okay. What more could you ask for? Yeah. Sold. Oh my God. Yeah, I'll take 5. No, but what's really cool is the screen technology in the Neo Geo. Well, the Neo Geo and the Game Boy is exactly the same. The screen in the black and white one is made by the same company as Sharp, which make the screen for the Game Boy Pocket, and the screen in the Neo Geo Pocket Color is exactly the same technology as the one in the Game Boy Color, and also made by the same company, Sharp, on the same production line. So everything is the same other than the specifications of the size. Yep, because literally the one I have for replacing the Neo Geo Pocket screen is just a Game Boy one, Game Boy Color one.
Hence, yeah, as you say, the different size. So.
Yeah.
And all the same
Really cool,
connectors and everything, nice and easy.
Lovely. Stuart, I'm gonna wrap this up because I can't see a time, but I have a feeling this is over an hour.
It's 43 minutes.
Well, that's not too bad. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me on the stream on the podcast on the second channel. I do have one quick question for the Ashens fans. Is this going to affect your videos, what's going on in the world, or can they be rest assured that entertainment will be on their subscription feed once a week, if sometimes, for the foreseeable future with no interruptions?
The tat must flow, and the tat will flow.
Is that your slogan?
No, but it is now. I've just invented it.
Yeah, get that copyright, mate. Lovely, Stuart. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it a lot.
No worries. Nice to speak to you, mate. Cheers.
I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye.